What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the future month for Motorfest. Now this future month is actually going to be themed Forsberg. As you can see by the car I'm driving, we're probably going to be doing a lot of drifting in this month. So because of that, we need to talk about how to get drift parts, what parts you're actually going to need, what affixes are going to be good for the summits, and so on and so forth. So let's get started. Let's go. All right, first let's talk about the parts that you're going to need for the drift category. There's two sets that I strongly recommend, and you don't have to have all of these if you just feel like re-affixing your parts, because they're both going to be the same set bonus, which is Nitrochemist. I think Nitrochemist is probably the best option for the drift category in terms of actual drift events. We're not talking about races. Obviously, Nitrochemist is going to be what you want for races, but for the drift events where you have to score points, it's kind of nice to have that extra nitro. Nitro is used to keep your drift alive or extend your drift, or if you lost speed on a turn, you can use it to gain a little bit of speed to go into the next drift. So it's just very useful in those drift events, especially the ones that are not on the race courses, that are actually on like the open world drift trial sections. And hopefully maybe we'll get another couple of those for this month, but who knows? Anyways, the parts you're going to need both include a Nitrochemist set. Like I said, as you can see, I've got the race set here. I'm actually missing the Nitrochemist exhaust, so I'll be grinding for that as well. But what you want is pure and extra pump. Now, you can also do a mixture, which is what I've got, of pure and extra pump, and then a couple of parts you can use pure and drifty. You are going to be drifting these cars on the race events. It's just unavoidable because the cars are so drifty. So when you do a race event, it's kind of nice to have, like, let's say 4 of pure and extra pump and then 3 parts with pure and drifty. It just makes sure that your NOS is refilling basically at all moments of the race. As you can see, I'm missing the exhaust, like I said, which means I need a full second set of Nitrochemist, in which case I will be putting on the slippery and hothead affixes. Those are going to be the ones you need for the drift events, so the ones that you're going to be scoring points, not necessarily racing. And in those events, your time is not the most important thing. The most important thing is scoring points. It's also important to make sure that your slippery and hothead affixes are completely maxed out. Max percentage is 14 for slippery, max percentage is 8 for hothead. Now, if you don't have these parts, like me, you're missing a bunch and you're going to need to grind it out. Let's talk about the best ways to grind drift parts. Well, first thing you're going to want to do is go to a drift car and equip all of your Goldfinger and Lucky parts. The set bonus is not super important. I use Bucks Magnet for mine, but Goldfinger maxed out, Lucky maxed out. That's what you want on every single part that you have. So let's do that real quick. And luckily I have a full set. Now, if you don't have a full set like this, you just need legendary parts in general. It doesn't have to be a set. And then you can re-affix them to say Goldfinger and Lucky. Now, once you have that on your car, you're going to want to make that car your favorite. So go to the car in your inventory here, press Y if you're on Xbox, triangle if you're on PlayStation, and that puts the little star over the car. That means when you quick swap in the world, it'll quick swap to this car, which is what you're going to want to do. So first things first, you can actually run an event, or you can go for treasure. I do a combination of both. So let's start with treasure. Now, if you're going to start with treasure, go to a car that you know you have a treasure sniffer set of parts. In this case, I've got it for Hyper, and I've got it on this Agera R. This is full treasure sniffer. I also have the affixes XP legend, which, you know, really doesn't matter in this case, but this one is important, the treasure collector. It increases the treasure frequency apparition by 8%, which means you're going to see more treasure in the world. Also, the treasure sniffer set bonus multiplies the treasure density by 2. So now you've got treasure basically all over the world. This happens when you spawn in. So you actually need to drive this car out. So pick this car, click drive. Once you spawn into the world, just open up your map and start looking around. Your treasure sniffer is already in effect. I have a full map for you if you want to know where that stuff is, but you can just look around for these treasure spots. I believe, let's see, we're in the, here it is. Should be one right over here. Yep, there's a green one. I'm going to wait until I get a purple over here. We have a green. There's another one at the state capitol. All right, it's a blue one. Hopefully we can get a purple here pretty soon. We're gonna move down to this resorts. There's usually one inside the resorts. It is purple. There we go. So now all you have to do is fast travel nearby. Drive over to the treasure. And once you get to this treasure, you're gonna quick swap into your drift car in order to open the treasure box with your drift car, not the hypercar. Okay, open it up, and that should give you all of your drift parts instead of the hypercar. Let's see what kind of rewards we get. Hopefully we get lucky here. We need a couple of golds. I would love to see some exhaust. Super unlucky so far. Not one gold. Where's it at? Not one gold? Oh my god, dude. All right. So after you do that, a lot of times you'll get golds out of pink parts. We'll check it again in just a moment. But once you do that, I would just go straight to Kiss Me Combi. Set it up to where you're using the custom mode, clean driving multiplier, just for extra money. Pick the car that has your lucky and gold finger on your parts, and then just run through this Kiss Me Combi run. We'll go ahead and fast forward to the end of this so you can see the rewards I get. All right, for this one, I did get a legendary exhaust plus 3 other parts. So we can go and check that out. Once you've done this race, all you have to do is reconfigure this race, back out, go to your menu, head to your vehicles. I'm going to check to see what I got because I did get an exhaust. So let's see what I got. I got the Nitro Chem. Let's go, dude, for the video. I now have the Nitro Chem set for, at the very least, I can use it for the race applications. We'll just have to re-affix those. Anyways, you just start that same exact process over again. Go up to Hypercar. Where is it at? Go down to Hypercar, drive it, make sure it spawns you in the world. There you go. Then open up your map and look for your treasure again. There's a green one. Okay, we don't want that. Blue, we're looking for purple if we can find it. Over to the broken ship here. Oh, there's a blue one. Okay. Let me get a purple one, man. Turtle Rock usually has one. There it is. Blue. All right, there's usually one out here somewhere. There it is. Green. Where are the purples? Usually one on this end here. There it is. It is purple. All right, dude. I'm gonna fast forward here, or fast travel here. We'll drive over to it. Change to the drift car. Open it up. Let's see, man. We got to get more lucky here. Let's get some yellows, dude. Come on, game. Purple. There we go. Legendary brakes. Okay, we only gonna get one? I got 3 out of a blue box earlier. We're only getting 1, dude. The RNG does not like us today. Anyways, then you go back to Kiss Me Combi and get 6 parts for that. So this is the best way to do it. It's the fastest way. Hopefully when you look for treasure, you can find a purple box quickly. And sometimes you can actually find a yellow box, which gives you lots of legendaries. That's really what you're looking for. But you don't want to spend too much time looking for the box in order to find that yellow. Sometimes the yellow doesn't always spawn. Sometimes it spawns very rarely. Sometimes it's like, you know, every box you look at is purple and yellow. So it really just depends on, you know, the time that you're doing it. I also recommend when you do Kiss Me Combi, don't do it in this Nissan. I did it in this one for some reason. It took me like 2 minutes to do Kiss Me Combi. You don't need to do that. Do it in the Unicorn. It is much faster that way. You can do it in about a minute 47, a minute 50. Saves you a lot of time. You get 6 parts. Now, if you don't want to look for treasure, that's okay too. Kiss Me Combi is going to be the way to do it. It's the fastest way to get parts. Just make sure you have a set of lucky and gold finger parts on your car, and you'll be getting the max number of golds you can possibly get at the time, given the RNG. Obviously, RNG is a factor here. So anyways, that is it for this one, guys. Just a real quick recap. You want 2 sets of Nitro Chemist for drift. You want Slippery and Hothead for all your points. And you want Pure and Extra Pump, or Pure and Drifty, or a combination of Drifty and Extra Pump on your race sets. All right, hopefully this has helped you guys. I know we're going to be using drift a lot for this month, probably this first week, I would imagine, just because it's the first week of Forsberg, and you just never know. So by the time this video goes live, they will probably have already posted the summit cars. So I'm gonna start working on those as soon as I see them, and hopefully have a video out either right before the summit or right after, so you can have your tunes on your drift cars or whatever cars we end up using for the summit. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much, and I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.